Hello gamers, welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And as you can see from the color scheme of these dice and the black and white character pictures and this dungeon map right here, which is a map in the process of being created, because I am drawing this map as I go. Today it is fantasy time again, and we are back playing our Shadowdark campaign, Defenders of the Shadowlands, using a mixture of these procedures in my Defenders of the Shadowlands game and my newest product, the Solo RPG Fantasy Framework and Toolbox. And I'm looking forward to continue to explore this dungeon. I think it probably will be pretty dangerous, but we will see. And before I start, I want to show you my portable gaming kit. For those of you following along for a while now, I have showed portable gaming kits before in the past, but I'm always working on the process. So this little tactical black bag here will be my new portable gaming kit that I will take with me on my upcoming vacation, because tonight it is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, the last day of work, and then also the last day of school. Then we have 2 weeks of Easter or spring break, however you want to call it, and we are going on a family vacation. This also means that I will be taking a break from YouTube for a while, but I will of course continue my off-camera private games. And for this I got this nice little portable tactical gaming bag. So what is in here? Well, of course, I need my trusty fountain pen to write. And then here in this pocket, I have an old, not in use smartphone. This is an old Samsung, and you can see from the color scheme here, this pink, rose, gold. This is obviously not mine. It is, or it was, the smartphone that my wife used, but she changed phones, and so she is in the Apple camp now. I'm still a firm believer in the Android system, but she's in the Apple camp now together with my daughters. So I'm the last one in the family still using Android. And this is her old smartphone, which does not have a SIM card, like a mobile card in it anymore, but I'm using it as a very tiny minimal tablet. So I'm just using like the Wi-Fi function, and I got my PDF reader there, so I made a complete restart. So this is basically a clean thing, and I got all my, so here you can see my history. I got all my little self-made but also bought PDFs that I use here. So this is just my recent history. So for example, here I got my Shadowdark Complete Quick Start set, where I combined the GM and the player's quick start, or I have of course my solo role-playing framework and toolbox right here, also in PDF. And so this will be my rule book basically. And and this is, it includes all the rules PDFs that one might need. Then here, of course, I got my fountain pen. Then in this compartment, in this back compartment, I have a mechanical pencil and an eraser. and a couple of ink cartridges in case my fountain pen runs out, and also a couple of graphite pieces for my mechanical pencil. So these are my writing implements with everything I need. But also in here I have two miniatures, my standard sci-fi scoundrel if I'm playing sci-fi games and I feel the need to add a little tactical component, and this is my fantasy rogue. So depending on what I am playing, I can use the miniature, but the generic pawns for the enemies are also in here. So there I just got a couple of different colored generic wooden game pawns. So if I'm on the go, I usually use these just to represent positioning, and I got them different colors to differentiate them, but it's of course nothing fancy. It's just for gaming on the go. And I also have a couple of these invaluably useful 1-inch cardboard punch outs, and also a couple of generic tokens that I could use for enemies. I got these like in one of these, if you go in a gaming store and they have this, I wouldn't call it like the garbage bin, but this where they got like old stuff that they sell very cheap, and they had a couple of bags of these plastic acrylic tokens for €1. So I figured, well, you can never have enough tokens. So I got a bunch of these tokens, and also let me get one. I don't want to throw them all out now, so I gotta here. And I also got these green octagonal shaped tokens. They're useful to, I don't know, represent luck tokens or focus tokens or bennies or potions or whatever. So those are like the positive tokens, and the red ones are the negative opponent, poison, whatever you can think of tokens. So this compartment has those tactile components, and the front compartment has, of course, dice. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 more sets. So I got 6 complete set of dice in here. So now you might ask, well, why does he need 6 sets of dice? Well, I figured, well, maybe I want to play a D6 pool system, so then I would need at least 66. So I just figured I could just bring 6 dice sets. As long as they fit in here, that is no problem. So I got dice, I got something to write, I got some tokens and tactile components, and I got all the rules and PDFs I might need on this not in use phone anymore. And I complement this, of course, with a trusted journal or two. And this is my on-the-go gaming kit, which and basically this is also not much more than I would use if I play off camera. So very sleek and bare bones setup, but it gets the job done and it doesn't take up much space. So this is my current portable travel. I can take it with me wherever I need to go. It can be in the living room without being a hassle too much gaming kit. Yeah, so just wanted to show you that. Yeah, but now back to our game right here. So we rejoin our intrepid party, Elenora, elven ranger and fighter, and Reo, human thief and fighter, and he didn't get a picture yet. Lao, also a party member, so this is or will be Lao if I use the pawns. He is a monk that we encountered in the wilderness, and he joined our party. So our intrepid party of 3 is in the first level of this dungeon right here. And I have determined beforehand that this dungeon will have 3 levels. And the first level has 10 rooms already. So we have our work cut out for us. And as a reminder, we need to recover 3 important artifacts from 3 dungeons in the Shadowlands for Raliana the Wise to complete a ritual. And I'm creating the dungeon on the fly using my fantasy framework. So this is where we're at. So after we decided it's not a good idea to fight these 3 wights that we encountered in this ancient tomb right here, we are back basically in the entrance chamber of the first level of the dungeon, which used to be a weapons chamber. Here we fought a group of kobolds, and now we have one more passageway to explore to the north, to head into the next room. And by my rules, it takes 20 minutes to explore one room. This time also includes traversing corridors, looking for traps, being silent, being stealthy, and being careful. So if you think, well, 20 minutes sounds a little bit long, it's all included in there. Also possible encounters and torches. As you know, in Shadowdark they last 1 hour, so I'm not going by, I don't track rounds, crawling rounds. I just go by how many rooms I've explored so far. So I'm on the first torch and 2 rooms, so we are about 40 minutes in. So after I explored this 3rd room, it might be time to light a new torch. Okay, so by my framework, if you enter a corridor, you roll 1d6. On a 1, the usual wandering monster. On a 2 to 3, there's a trap in this corridor. And 4, 5, 6, there is nothing in this corridor. Okay, so we take a moment, our intrepid group. Let's get them up here for the visuals. We take a moment to get our bearing and take a breath and adjust our gear. And then Reo goes, well, everybody ready to proceed? And Elenora goes, well, I don't like this place. It gives me the creeps. I would rather be outside in the wilds. And Lao just says, my will and determination is strong. I will not falter. And Reo says, I know, Elenora, I don't like this place either, but if we want to get the reward for those artifacts and contribute to putting a stop to this evil that creeps into the land, we gotta do it. Rumor says one of the artifacts we need is here. I know. So let's go on. All right, so they assume the dungeon delving formation, which is like this. So Reo, he's got the Thieves Guild background. He will probably be adept at spotting traps, hopefully. And since Elenora is mostly a ranged combatant, she will be in the back. And we proceed through this northern door into this corridor, and we will see what awaits. Four, which means no trap, no monster. It is a corridor that we can traverse without any danger. Of course, we don't know this, so we are careful anyways. Proceeding very cautiously and slowly, and the corridor ends in front of a door, And let's see what's behind this door. And for that, I'm not using the room table in here. For that, I'm using the dungeon encounter table in the Defenders of the Shadowlands game, because it also features rooms, and it's basically like a little custom tailored to the background of this game. So let's just, so if we decide maybe to listen at the door, so we're still in front of the room, in front of the door. The door is closed. We don't know if it's locked yet. Just going to roll a d20. It is a 13. And see what a 13 will be or is. Okay. Okay, I'll read it to you once I enter the room. Okay, so I will still, by the framework, see if there's a monster in the room. So it doesn't indicate a monster, but still I'm combining this because I'm always a friend of some action. So 1, 2, 3 will be a monster. 6 means the room also includes a treasure protected by a trap. And 4, 5 is nothing. So let's see. Oh, okay. So no monsters. So indeed. So we listen at the door, and all seems quiet. And Reo goes, I can't hear anything. Everybody get ready. I'm opening the door. And Lao, no, actually, I made it so that, all right, so Lao is holding, we got to do it like this. Lao is holding the torch, and to not blind us, he is going in the back, and Elenora second, and I'm in front. So so Lao, everybody gets their weapons ready. Elenora puts an arrow onto her bow. Lao gets his short sword out, his silvered masterwork short sword to be precise. And I open the door with one hand. I got my masterworked silver dagger in the other hand, and I open the door. And now I need to determine how many exits are in this room. 1d3 minus 1 exits. Let's see. One d3 minus 1. So 1, 2, that is 1. So 0 exits. So we don't see any exits. And by my framework rules, it is so. I know this dungeon has 10 rooms. So if I'm in a room without exits, but I do not have all the rooms explored, there might be a secret door in there. Here, if you have generated a room with no exits, but you haven't reached the determined number of rooms yet, there's a secret door hidden somewhere in that room. Use your system's rules to find it. If you fail, as far as your party is concerned, there are no further exits in this room. Alright, so this is sort of metagaming knowledge, but if we don't find it, there is one more exit here. We would have no choice, if we would continue to explore this dungeon, to head back towards the whites. But first let me read to you the content of this room. And remember, so this was made having this board game system in mind, but it's still, I think, pretty funny. All right, so room 13. At the center of this round chamber, so it is a round chamber, there's a fountain. If you dare, you may drink from it. If you dare, don't have to. Pick any number of characters from your party, that drink. You can drink only once per visit. Roll 1d6. Well, you can, of course, drink as much as you want, but you only roll once for the effect. 1. Succeed at a DC 15 con save. If you fail, you die a horrible death. 2. Succeed at a DC 15 con save to resist poison. If you fail, take 46 points of poison damage. 3. Succeed at a DC 15 con save. If you fail, you become blind and lose your eyesight. All your attack rolls and checks have disadvantage. You can reverse this condition in a city. Visit a temple as a city action and pay 500 gold pieces for powerful restoration magic cast on you. For 5, you quench your thirst, and 6, you feel strangely powerful, you gain a level. Alright, so remember, this is actually meant to be played as a board game without a GM, so in this case, now you might ask, well, why would anybody want to drink? So it's pretty simple. You've got a 50-50 chance. 50% something horrible happens, 50% nothing happens, but you also got the chance to immediately gain a level. So yeah, I will convert this now, of course, into this more role-playing type of scenario, but this is what the room is, and there's like a hidden or secret door that we don't know yet. So we entered this room, and it is a round chamber, and there's this noise of running water. And this is strange because in the middle of the room there's a beautifully crafted fountain made out of stonework with a statue in the middle, and this statue from the statue there's so the statue it's a female statue. She holds a bucket like in a gesture to pour it out, and out of the bucket flows this water. So it's pretty basically intrinsic because there got to be some sort of water line inside the statue. So it's actually a pretty amazing feat of engineering, probably dwarven in nature. And yeah, and there's this water, and even though there's constantly water pouring into the fountain, it doesn't seem to overflow. So this is strange. So maybe there's something in the bottom of the fountain where there's like a circle. We don't know, but this is strange. So there's just this round chamber. We illuminate it with our torch, and there's nothing else. And there's this fountain, and the water actually looks pretty clear. Look at that, a fountain. Strange. What place has a fountain here in this dungeon? And Lao goes, well, maybe, I mean, this first entry chamber supposedly was some sort of weapons chamber. There's the two, maybe, who knows what the structure might have been hundreds or even thousands of years ago. Maybe people lived here. Maybe it is where they got their fresh water, where they quench their thirst, where they refill their water skins. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it is a devious trap. We don't know. I don't know. Do we want to find out? So let's make a roll here I want to determine how full our water skins are. So we got, of course, water skins. Everybody's got a water skin. And this water skin, let's see. So 50-50, the water skin, so 50% chance the water skins are pretty full, that we don't feel the immediate need or urge to maybe try this water, which would actually be pretty bad, but we don't know this yet. So 50% yes, water skin is full. 19, lucky me. All right, so our water skins are pretty full because we just entered this dungeon after a rest. So we entered the dungeon at 11 a.m. after a nice rest, and I think, let's see, I don't know if Elenora foraged successfully, but our water skins are full, pretty full. So I don't know, our water skins are still full. And Reo goes, we shouldn't risk it until we have to. As long as our water skins are full, I think I prefer drinking my water first. I mean, this fountain won't go anywhere. We can come back to it at any time. Yeah, maybe you are right, indeed. But let's look around. There's got to be more to this room than just this. All right, so we carefully examine the rest of the room, and I know the old school philosophy, if you play with the GM, is not to roll if you detect or find secret doors, because you describe the DM how and where you search and what you do, and if this is enough to discover the door, you will discover it. However, there's no point in doing this playing solo because I'm the GM, so here I will stick to the dice. So Elenora as a ranger who's pretty perceptive, and Reo as a guy with a Thieves Guild background, we will get advantage on our check to detect this secret door. Lao will not get advantage, so we search this room and everybody gets a check, and the DC, however, it will be difficult. I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3. Bad for the player, it is DC 18. 4, 5, 6, it is DC 15. Oh, DC 18. All right, so Reo first. So we are searching, and Reo gets advantage. Wisdom, he has no bonus, but he gets advantage, and I need a DC 18. Ha! 18. All right, let's see if Elenora would detect something too. She's got +2 with advantage. Nope. And Lao, he's got wisdom 14 +2, but no advantage. No. But Reo made it. So we all take our time, search this room. Let me key the map here. So this is room 3, R3. And this is a round chamber. With magic fountain. Okay, so it takes us a while to search this room. As Reo, he finds a small mechanism and he goes, oh. There's something here in these stonecraft carvings. There's something, I think there's something to slide here. Wait, and he clicks a button and there's this grinding noise of stone grinding upon stone, and it gives way, a secret door gives way to a passageway leading westwards. And by my solo framework, all corridors lead into rooms, so I can just draw this here, and yeah, let's see if there's something in this corridor. I'm ruling there's no trap in this corridor because it was protected by the secret door, so no trap, but maybe still a wandering monster. 1, yes, a wandering monster. And I'm not going to roll because I think, because of the nature of this hallway, the secret door, so it's probably not been in use for a while. I think the monster that we encounter here would be some natural creature that made its natural lair there. So some sort of large vermin, like a large centipede or giant spider, or maybe a dire bat. So something along this line, some creature, some natural creature. So let's look into the book for inspiration here. And remember, it is a danger level 6 location, which means by the one-on-one monster table, for one party member, it would be a level 3 monster. So either 3 level 3 monsters or a total monster level of 9, divided as we see. So let's see, monsters. We got giant spiders. We got giant scorpions, dire bats. Here's, oh, a gelatinous cube could also be possible. A giant centipede, dire rats, a swarm of dire rats, or a rust monster. Okay, so I am going to just say, let's take a look at the giant centipede. All right, so centipede giant by this systematic would be pretty in the front. A, B, C. A. Oh, it would be probably then a cave creeper. Chittering green centipedes the size of horses. Ooh, their grasping tentacles are... or centipede giant. No, this looks... Oh, it's a level 1 monster only. Okay. No, because it is a danger level 4... a danger level 6, 6 dungeon, which means total of 9. This is because this is disgusting. So I'm going with 2 centipede swarms, a crawling mass of weaving sinuous centipedes. They're level 4 monsters, so we got level 8, which is 1 level below the maximum total, but it's still pretty nasty, I think, because of the paralyzing thing. And it is also, they got 3 attacks each, however with only +1, but 3 attacks each. And it's also pretty disgusting. If you imagine you enter this, like in the Kong movie, when they were in this dark canyon and all these giant insects suddenly attacked them, or was it like in Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom, when Willie had to grab into this hole and there were all these insects in there. So imagine you open this door and this swarm of crawling centipedes descends upon you. So I'm also not going to set up miniatures here. It's just disgusting. So we are just trying our best to get these things off us that swarm us. All right, so this is what I'm going with, and yeah, let's see how this goes. So I'm just going to grab some scrap paper here and get my stats ready. All right, right, and I'm going by mine. I'm using my combat metrics now, so I go, you go, so it will be Reo, Centipede S1, stands for Swarm 1, then Elenora, Swarm 2, and then Lao. And it doesn't really matter, you can change whoever acts as much as you want. Important is that the slots alternate, basically. All right. So, and they got AC 11, HP 18, damn, and +1 for D4 plus poison. However, 3 attacks. So a total of 6 attacks. Ah, damn, this could be mean, but what can I say? It's a level 6 danger level location. I think I got all I need. DC 12 con or paralyzed. Okay. Or paralyzed D4 rounds. Okay, so the creatures, they swarm us. And we quickly act. So Reo, he has his dagger ready, his masterwork silver dagger that he has also mastered, and he attacks +8 for D4 +3. So +8 D4 +3 versus AC 11. So it's basically a sure thing, but still it's a lot of centipedes. Get off me! And he slashes at 1. So 4 + 8, yeah, barely 12 for 6 points of damage. So he hits. And 6 points. So Swarm 1 has 18. Swarm 2 has 18, and he hits for 6. So 12 HP left. So that was our turn. Now the enemy side go. This swarm, that is still a swarm, but a couple of centipedes short because Reo, he slashed some with his dagger. They bite him. They try to find an opening in his armor. And you know what? I'm going to roll all 3 attacks at once because they all target him. So because this swarm is upon him now, so +1. Oh no, because he's got an AC of 18, but I rolled 117 and 119, so that is 2 hits. Damn, so Reo is at 20 HP, but now he takes 2d4 points of damage. And then I also have to save versus poison. So, these crawly things, 4 points of damage. That's not too bad. So Reo, but still, he's at 20 HP. Now he's at 16. But now he has to make a DC 12 con save. But I'm giving myself a little leeway here. He only needs make one save for both bites. Thankfully, I got con +2, 14. But still, DC 12. Come on, Reo. No, it's a 2, so he will be paralyzed for 4 rounds. Oh no. 4 rounds. So the good thing is now P. See, I'm having my combat metrics here that I showed to you at the end of this last Star Wars video. So here I track hit points, and here I track a plus is successful attack, a circle, so that was Centipede Swarm 1, successful attack. And these are the rounds. So now I put 4 Ps here for paralyzed the next 4 rounds. Oh no, wait, 1d4 rounds. Maybe he is not paralyzed that long. Let me check. But still, then I just erase some. But of course I roll a 4. Yeah, you know my luck. So I rolled a 4. So yeah, of course he is paralyzed 4 rounds. So I just put 4 Ps in here for the next 4 rounds. And whenever his turn would come up, I just cross off a P. So then I can keep track. So basically he is out of the fight for the next 4 rounds. I mean, he's paralyzed. You know what? I could give myself a little leeway and say, all right, so he is not completely paralyzed. He's very, very dizzy. His arms are heavy. And I could allow him, you know what? I think I allow him to attack with disadvantage, but also roll damage with disadvantage. I think about this when his turn comes up. So that was Centipede Swarm. Now one of us goes. Elenora. Of course, it doesn't make sense to shoot at a centipede swarm, so she takes her masterwork sword, her masterwork silvered sword. Oh no, she takes her dagger. I know she takes her sword because it deals more damage. So she, with her sword, slashes into this crawling mass of centipedes, and she attacks also the wounded swarm, so the slightly decimated swarm, with +3, but 1d8 +1 damage. Yes, 11, that's enough because they got AC 11, and 5 + 1, that is 6 points of damage. So Elenora hit, make a plus sign, and subtract 6 from swarm 1, so swarm 1 is at 6. And now it's the enemy's turn again. Swarm 2. Swarm 2 now swarms Elenora. Yeah. So Swarm 2. 3 attacks. I'm not splitting the swarm attacks. This would be stupid. 1 swarm, 1 target, 3 attacks, +1. Elenora, she's got AC 17, so not bad actually. But still 3 attacks, but yes, 5, 9, 7. So they don't find a crack in her chainmail armor. And now Lao, with his silvered masterwork short sword, he attacks +4. And it is a d6 +1. At the decimated swarm that is swarming Reo. Yes, for 3 points of damage, because d6 +1. So this swarm is still at 3 HP. Lao, success. They're dead centipedes on the ground now, and yeah, but we're still swarmed. Next round of combat. I go, you go, and I can choose which hero. As long as I keep alternating between sides, I can fill every slot with whatever hero I want, so I'm not wasting the slot with a paralyzed Reo. Lao will attack again, trying to get rid of one swarm. This decimated swarm that is at Reo. And that is a hit for 3 points of damage, and this is exactly what he needs. So we are in round 2 of combat, and this swarm is out of the game. All right, I go, you go. It's an enemy's turn now. The other swarm also attacks Lao now. So they attack Lao, 3 attacks. So there's centipedes everywhere, 3 attacks. Let's see. +1. Lao has AC 15. AC 15 with his unarmored defense. Oh no, 2 hits, 18 and 16. Alright, so 2d4 points of damage. Lao is at 10 HP. And he only has 12. Okay. 5 points of damage. So the swarm hits 5 points. So Lao is at 5 HP. And now he's got to make one con save. Constitution. Oh, he's got +3, thankfully, because he's a monk. Let's see. DC 12. Let's see if his chi is strong enough. No, I rolled a 2. So also he's paralyzed for D4 rounds. Oh, only 1 round. That's great. So we are in the second round. I make a P here. And that was the enemy. Now we go. Elenora can still go. And Reo can cross off one of his paralyzed things. Okay, so Elenora, she attacks with her sword +3, masterwork silvered longsword +3. The remaining swarm, so they're dead centipedes on the ground everywhere, but still. Yes, but minimum damage. I rolled a 1, and Elenora gets +1 for 2 points of damage. So Elenora hits, but only 2 points, bringing the swarm to 16 HP. Alright, and now no more enemies. One of us goes. Reo crosses off one of his paralyzed things. New round. I go, you go. We go first. Elenora will go before the other paralyzed guys cross off their things. So she's the last woman standing. The other ones are paralyzed, and I'm not doing disadvantaged attacks. Paralyzed is paralyzed. Alright, so she hits 10 +3 exactly, because they only have 11, and 4 points of damage. So Elenora, round 3 of combat, hits 3 points. The swarm is at 13 hit points, so going strong. There's still centipedes everywhere. Now the swarm attacking Elenora. 3 attacks. AC 17 +1. No, 19, 1 hit. Okay, 1d4 points of damage, but that's not the worst part. The worst part is the paralyze. Okay, 2 points of damage. Elenora was at full HP. She's got, what's her HP? 19. So Elenora 19 minus 2. She's at 17. And now she's got to pass her con. And she's got con +2, thankfully. Come on, Elenora, you can do it. Oh, no, I rolled a 2. She's also paralyzed. Hopefully not that long. Let's see. 4 rounds? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, so P, 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 P. Alright, so I go, you go. That was the swarm. Alright, now Reo, we are in round 3 of combat. Reo is checking off his paralyze thing, and also Lao. But Lao is only paralyzed this 1 round, so he can act next round again. And now we are in round 4 of combat. And I go, you go. It's the hero's turn. Thankfully, Lao is back in the game, so he concentrates, and his chi is strong enough, so his paralysis wears off. But he looks at Elenora and Reo, and their skin is pale, and they look like as if they're basically almost statues, but with a distorted face, distorted by pain. So it's not a pretty sight. He takes his short sword to the centipedes. Yes, he hits maximum damage. 6 + 1, 7. That's great. Bringing the swarm down to 7, 3 to 6 points. All right, so we are in round 4 and he hit. Now it's the swarm's turn. I go, you go. Yeah. The swarm is attacking Lao. 3 attacks. +1. Oh no! A natural 20. Critical hits only 1 hit, but critical double the damage dice 2d4. Lao is at 5 HP. Oh no! Also maximum damage 8 points. Taking Lao down to 0, so I'm not going to go by paralysis save because he's knocked out and dying. So round 4, the swarm. Okay, now I go. Elenora crosses off a paralysis, and Reo crosses off a paralysis. Next round of combat. I go, you go. Yeah, so Reo crosses off a paralysis. Now it's the swarm's turn. So he's still, that was his last round, he's still paralyzed. The swarm, yeah, so Lao, he is down and dying. And the swarm will just attack. I roll off Reo or Elenora. 1, 2, 3 is Reo. Yes, so this swarm attacks Reo. I'm paralyzed, but still my armor is protecting me. But still they get 1 hit in. 17 plus 1 is 18. That is exactly my AC. And 2 points of damage. Right, so we are in round 5. The swarm hits 2 points, 14. I crossed off my paralysis. So now the enemies. So Elenora crosses off a paralysis. Again, next round Reo can act. And Lao, he's got to roll his death timer actually. 1d4 plus con. However, his con is +3. That is great. Do we have healing potions? No, never go into a dungeon without healing potions. I'm an idiot. And no healing magic. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I should have taken a priest. Alright, so never mind. Death timer. Lucky 7. He's got strong chi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now it's the first time. Let's see if he rolls a natural 20 to stabilize. No, he doesn't. Okay, I think I got him all. The swarm attacked. She crossed off 1. He made his death save. So next round, I go, you go. Luckily now, Reo is back in the game, and the swarm only has 6 hit points left. So Reo is attacking with his masterwork, Silver Dagger. And there are these dead centipedes everywhere. 9, that's a hit, because they only have 11, so he gets a lot of bonus. He attacks +8. So for 6 points, and this is exactly what he needs to take out this swarm. So lucky. Okay, so now let's see the stabilize. I think it's a DC 15 int. Here, death, stabilize. DC 15 int. Target stops dying but is still unconscious. Okay, so Elenora, she's got 2 more rounds, which is just a few seconds in real time. So she comes out of her paralysis Reo attempts to stabilize Lao, DC 15 int. No. Elenora attempts to stabilize Lao, DC 15 int. Yes, 17. Oh, okay. So he stops dying. He's still unconscious, but what I'm doing, I'm putting him back up to 1 HP. So he regains consciousness. He's at 1 HP, Reo at 14, and Elenora at 17 HP. But Lao, he's hanging on by a thread, and there are these nasty dead centipedes everywhere, and this dark tunnel, because this torch is also about to run out now. And damn, I can't believe that I didn't buy any healing potions, but I think I didn't have any more money left. Let me check, because I bought this masterwork sword for Lao. Let's see. Yeah, pool money is, yeah, pool gold. I only have 5 silver. Okay, and or 17 gold and 5 silver. 17 gold. But that's not enough for a potion. Okay, so let's get out of here first. All right, so we go back into the fountain room, and Reo activates the mechanism to shut this door. So we're in this fountain room, and Lao, he looks pretty beaten, and his skin is red, as if he has had some sort of reaction to the poison. So Lao, how are you? Do you think you can continue? No, not at the moment. I need to rest. Yeah, it seems that we are a little underprepared for this dungeon at this time. We should head back to town to see if we can recruit maybe a priest or cleric that could aid us with magical healing. Sadly, we don't have enough gold coins to get healing potions. Yeah, we should get out of this dungeon for now and make camp and stay and rest and head back to Cameron to recruit a priest. Yeah, all right, so that will be the plan. So the party, they head out of the dungeon. So actually I was only in there for like about an hour. So with the last remaining torchlight, and let's see, did I keep track of the torches here? Torches 8. So let's see. Reo, he's got 2. Elenora, she's got 2. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's got 4. Yeah, so 8 torches. So now we have to cross off 1 torch that we used up in the dungeon. 7 torches. And we make our way out of the dungeon. So it's still midday. I mean, we entered the dungeon at 11, and as we get out of the dungeon, basically, I don't know, it's midday. So but Lao is weak, but thankfully there's still daylight. So we move away a little from the entrance to try to find a secluded campsite where we will stay for the rest of the day and the night, hopefully to have an uninterrupted rest, so that Lao can rest, and then we will make the way back to Cameron for now, because we are underprepared. All right, so this is where I will leave it for tonight. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think it was pretty intense. I mean, poison and paralysis and stuff can be nasty, and getting swarmed. So yeah, I enjoyed this. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, do all this YouTube stuff. And if you want to support the channel some more, pick up my wonderful products here. Actually, I'm only a few copies short of making silver bestseller with the solo RPG framework and Toolbox Fantasy. So if you haven't picked it up yet, please do so. And yeah, I thank you for watching. I will see that I get another video in hopefully tomorrow. And then I will be off and return with new content in May. Till then, as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Until next time, bye bye.